Hello, hi. Okay, right away, before we get started, can you guys hear me? And can you hear the music playing in the background? Just right off the bat. Okay, so when I switch to this screen, can you hear the music playing in the background? Can you, please? Okay, so my multi-output device is just fucking gone. It's horrible. Oh my god. Okay, so quick story about what just happened to me in the last half hour. So I got to my computer half an hour early, went cool, this is great. You know, one of the sketches I did yesterday I wasn't super happy with, so you know, I have half an hour, I can quickly resketch it, it's fine, it's whatever. My computer was overheating, and the screen was not turning on. Like, the lights were on, but it was just a black screen and nothing on it, so I was like, cool, that's not normal. Turned it off, and it reset itself when I did. So when it opened back up, the only 2 out of the 6 images that I had sketched yesterday that were saved was Toon's Patreon request and the sketch I wasn't happy with. So for the last half hour or so, I have been frantically re-sketching every single thing that I did yesterday. So congrats, Toon, your sketch is still intact and it's still really fucking funny. But here's the thing. It doesn't stop there. I finished sketching exactly at 3, which is when I was supposed to go live, and I was like, cool, I can still make it. I didn't get to re-sketch the one that I didn't like in the first place, so I've only got 5 out of the 6. It was unfortunately the drawing of ashes, which kind of sucks because I love them. But I opened up OBS and was like, cool, I have everything set up. I even remembered to change the stream title this time. I actually remembered to do that. And I was like, cool, this is an art stream. There's different things I have to get set up. I have to get my PNG tuber up. I gotta get the Clip Studio Paint. I gotta get the background. I gotta get the synth beats to study in game to. And then I was like, oh, the stream's not picking up the beats to study in game 2. That's too bad. And then I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. Of course, it's the multi-output device. I have to do the multi-output device. That's how this works. It's not in my settings anymore. It is just gone. It's just gone. It's not there. I click on my sound settings and it's headphones, background music, and black hole 2 channels. My multi-output device is not there. The background music and black hole was solely things that I made to be backups for the multi-output device. So the only one that actually works is the black hole 2 channels. But the funny little twist with that is I can't hear the music. You guys can, but I can't. So you're gonna have to tell me if it's too loud. If you stream the sketching, you could take what you had on the VOD and at least have... I can't stream the sketching is the problem with that. My computer is hot garbage. I have had this Mac computer for about 4.5 years now. And Apple products tend to explode the longer you have them. And it just doesn't function. So if I open Clip Studio Paint and my captions and OBS, oh yeah, my microphone's just kind of far away as well. If I have all of those programs open, Clip Studio Paint lags to hell and back. I can do line art and colors totally fine. I am actually going to try shading something this time around because Revery's not going to look as good if I don't shade them. But I genuinely cannot stream sketching because I can't sketch on stream. My sketching is very, very quick and very messy, so I genuinely can't do that on stream. So, oops. Yeah, oh, my morning has been strange. It's still morning for me. I woke up at like noon. Okay, but I'm having a normal one today. Exactly. Oh my god. Okay. all that aside, I have some guys to draw. Oh my god. I'm already tired. Holy shit. That's your guy! Okay, I wanted to alternate between Patreon and mechs, and then I didn't get to resketch one of the mechs things. So that's kind of a problem. I'll just do what I can, I guess, but goddamn. Goddamn, technology is out to kill me today. It wanted me dead so bad. It was horrible. Oh my god. Oh, it's fucking awful. Honestly, the fact that the multi-output device is just fucking gone was almost so funny that I didn't even care. And then I realized I needed music for the stream. And now I can't listen to the music on the stream. Oh my god. You're gonna have to bear with me for the adjustment period of getting used to this lagging. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's right, I have to go slow. I forgot. Okay. I'm normal now, I promise. I promise. Oh my god. Look at River, they suck so much. I love them. I cannot believe I have not drawn them yet. That's a genuine crime because they are so much fun to draw. I actually didn't mind redrawing this one. It was so good. I think I did change like some things about it when I resketched it, so maybe it's not a bad thing that I had to, but god damn. Reverie is so, oh my god, I think about them a lot. They were terrible when I was doing the cross stitch in every step of the process except the actual stitching, which was awesome. Like, I thought they were gonna be terrible. I think Peach wanted me dead when I was doing the cross stitch because every single color she had would get tangled up so easily. It was infuriating. Oh my god. Oh, it was so bad. You have no idea. She took me the entire day, even though she's one of the smallest and simplest ones, solely because I couldn't do more than 5 stitches without everything falling apart. She wanted me dead, but I love her, so she got stitched anyway. I love her so much with my whole heart. She's so baby. Genuinely though, I can't believe that I have drawn nothing but, in a manner of speaking, the last 2 art fights. And I just never drew Reverie. What do you mean? What do you mean? I love them. It's just been Amadeo. I was too busy thinking about Amadeo. I'm sorry, that's my bad. In my defense, it's very silly funny. And I love it so much. Reverie's right there! In my defense, I have drawn Eden a lot. And that's kinda close, right? Right? Yeah. The whole point is that they're similar, and I'm gonna stop reading there so I can pretend that I'm right. Thanks, Willow. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay, well, this bastard doesn't want me to draw them, so... I would never incorrectly interpret your characters. I would never dream of it unless it was funny. Man, I love in a manner of speaking so much though. Stares at you with the biggest, wettest, saddest eyes in the entire world. What? Hang on. I'm not redoing any of these lines, fuck you. Hang on. Hang on. It's for the joke, I promise. Hang on. You mean like that? You're staring at me like this? Is that what you're doing to me? God. Oh. How are my frames doing, actually? I should probably have this open. We've already got 75 drop frames, which is not good. Oh, yeah. So, fun fact. My house has the worst Wi-Fi imaginable, and it has steadily been getting even worse over time. Hi, Fitz! So yeah, the fact that streaming was already really hard is kind of funny. The fact that it's now even worse because the Wi-Fi for everybody is exploding constantly is also really funny. But it is, you know, bad for stream purposes. But it's kind of funny. I do think it started to get really bad as soon as my brother got home from college, because that was one other person that was using the Wi-Fi. So, oopsies. Also, yeah, how shaky that doodle was what CSP wants me to be doing by default like this. I wish I could hear the synthy vibes to studying game too. Stop bragging about the synth vibes to studying game too. I want to hear them too. Son of a bitch. Reverie, come on. Sorry, King, you forgot. I thought you were messing with me. Oh my god. I genuinely thought you were messing with me. I think the only way I would be able to listen to music myself is if cause like I gotta have the headphones plugged into the computer and going, or else the stream's just not gonna pick up any of the audio. For some reason, even though I can't hear it. So I can't have them connected to my phone, or the stream's not gonna have music. And I can't do, I used to do this, during the COVID year of school, where I would have my headphones on, and that would be the Zoom class that I was in. And then I would have my earbuds on under the headphones that would be playing music. And that was the only way I could stay sane during those fucking classes, because oh my god. And then I upgraded phones. And it doesn't have a headphone jack anymore. So, I can't do that. Because technology. Also, I'm not drawing the fucking hat. You can't make me. Yeah! Oh my god. Whoop. I've been dying out here. Also, I can't draw this. It's a circle! It's a circle! You think I'd be able to do a circle, but no, CSP is giving me the shittiest circles I've ever drawn in my life. Oh my god. I'm gonna explode just a little bit. Okay. Slow. Slow. Just, no. Come on. No, come on. Come on. No! Oh my god. Also, Ugly, you have no clue how long I can talk without taking a breath. You can ask Willow. I sent them the rant, for, you know how long I can talk without taking a breath. I have a lot to say. Also, fun fact about the joke of me being an Olympic swimmer, I actually don't know how to swim. Listen, I needed you to know. I needed you to understand the emotions I was feeling, and those emotions require me to put as much information into you as possible, as quickly as possible, in the worst way possible. And I can only do that if I talk super fast, which I can do. Willow, do you really want me to talk about Springtrap and Preg on my own stream? Do you want this to be a topic that I bring up on my own stream? You want me to talk about this? You want to hear about it? You want to hear about it some more, Willow? Oh my god. Oh, it makes me so mad. Oh, it makes me so mad. Oh, fuck. Oh no, I cut off their eyebrow. Why do you keep listening to it? It's the worst thing I've ever had to say in my life. Oh my god. I didn't actually think I had that many opinions on the FNAF books until I read that, and genuinely it was a waste of the hour and a half it took me. I regret reading it so much. I was doing it for the joke. I was doing it for the bit. No, it wasn't worth it. I genuinely do not read the FNAF books. You can read Bunny Call, that's fine. You can read Bunny Call, because that one's kind of weird, but it's okay. No, oh my god, it's still lopsided. I hate you so much. I regret reading it so much. Okay. When I say the FNAF books, I am very specifically talking about, like, the short story books. Because I actually really like the Silver Eyes. The Fourth Closet was hot garbage. I hated that one so much. Oh my god. Like, I even dedicated a whole day to whenever it would arrive in the mail, I would sit down and just read it. And just read the whole thing. And then I did, and it sucked. The Silver Eyes was good, though. The Silver Eyes was good. I did actually, like, really like that one. It had the vibes. It nailed the vibes. It was a little weird and confusing at parts, but, I mean, that's what FNAF is like in general, so I wasn't really surprised. I thought it was really well written, actually. There were certain sections that were like, oh, fuck. How are they gonna do this one? And there were certain sections that were like, what the hell are you talking about? But that's just FNAF in general. That's just what it's like. Ball Pit and Time Travel! Yep, that's the first one. That's the first book. The Ball Pit. Fun fact, I own that book, and the Ball Pit one is the only one in that book that I have read. I haven't read the other two. I'm gonna be honest, it was not that bad. The Ball Pit one was not that bad. It was kind of weird, but, like, if you just kind of ignore it, then it's fine. I think all of the short stories have, like, sections in them that are, like, genuinely really good. But I don't know. I need to read the other ones. It's fine as a story. A time-traveling ball pit kind of can slap as a concept. If you start saying this is canon to the games, I'm gonna kill you. The books have never, ever, 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 ever been canon. Ever, ever. None of the books are canon. The guidebooks that teach you how to play the game are not canon. Because there's so many errors in the books that you can't reliably use them. They're so bad. I think I have the first one that they ever came out with. I don't know why. I think my parents saw Five Nights at Freddy's and it was a book and they got it to me and it was like a handbook. And I think that one was okay. I don't know. They use like incorrect models. They don't correctly label the AI levels of the knights. They just give you false information. They will say characters have mechanics that they don't. Like it kind of feels like crowdsourced information that's just slightly incorrect and they had nobody actually check it. Yeah, they use like the wrong names in places. You cannot reliably use the handbooks as actual guides to the games because they're just so incorrect. It's incredible. I don't know how they messed up that bad. It's awesome. I hate it. It's terrible. It makes me so mad. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's awful. God. Man. It kind of sucks though that Silver Eyes was genuinely good. It did have the vibes of the first game. The Twisted Ones was kind of... It was a FNAF book. Oh my god? Can I have my mouse back, please? Holy shit. I shouldn't be this zoomed in if it's not gonna let me actually use my mouse. The Twisted Ones was kind of iffy. It did feel like it was trying to be a bit too over the top with what was going on. And it had Balloon Boy in it. That's my only thoughts. I do think it was part of the reason that people started to see the books as being partially canon, though. Because that, I believe, was the book where they introduced, like, the like, hologram discs. And people started using that as, like, oh, it would explain why this, and this could happen in the games, because if you had those, then that's... it would work, and it would make sense. And so people started to be like, okay, this could be giving us hints as to what happened in canon, because like, technically it works. And I think it was backed up by one of the ending cards you get in an ending of Pizza Sim. It was like genuinely, there was in-game evidence in Pizza Sim that they were technically correct and it was an item that existed. And people saw that and went, oh, okay, so the books are canon. When they're literally not, because if you read the Silver Eyes, it's just a retelling of the first game with different people. Like, it's literally not canon. It's clear from the very first page. This is like some sort of alternate timeline or something. Yeah, so the fact that people took that and kind of made it mean that the books were canon was kind of stupid, because it wasn't. I do think it was kind of interesting, though, that they did take that concept and then went, actually, this is pretty cool, we should put this in the games. And then people who read the books could go, wow, this was from the books, that's pretty cool. I already have some advanced information on what goes on here. And then they took it in the wrong direction and just, no. No. It's bad. And also I hated the fourth closet because they tried to make circus babies sexy. She's a child. She's a child. Her name is Baby. Her name is Baby. And they tried to make her sexy. It was horrible. Also, they made Funtime Freddy goth. And I hated that because he's supposed to be pink. He's supposed to be the funny pink guy. And I love him. He didn't even have Bonbon! Bonbon wasn't there! Why did they do that to him? He doesn't deserve it. He's been through so much. He doesn't deserve it. His fucking bestie! They keep killing Bonnie and everything! No Bonnie for you. They got tired of Bonnie. They're erasing him from everything. No more Bonnie. Oh my god. I love him so much. I love him so much. He's just a bunny. And I miss him every day of my life. Because they keep killing him. Or just erasing him from canon, I guess? I don't know. They're mean to him. I like him though. He's silly. He's a bunny. I like a good bunny. If I had a fursona, I think it would be a bunny. Actually, I think I tried to make a fursona for myself, and it was like part bunny and part kitty because I couldn't decide which one I'd like. But I'm not good at drawing anthro characters, and I didn't turn out good. So it will continue to be a nice thought in my brain instead of a thing that exists. But I like a bunny. I like drawing the bunny ears. I like the bunny ears and the kitty tail. And that was my main motivation for wanting to make it a mix of both. I could try again. That is true. I did practice drawing anthro designs a while ago. I could do it again, but also consider I'm doing so much right now. Anthros are hard. Anthros are hard. I have been studying any of the furry art that comes up on my dash lately because I want to know how they do it. Okay, I can kind of do it in terms of like the paws and the fluff. But it's the face. If it's an animal with a long muzzle, I can't draw it. Like a wolf. I can't. Oh my god, I can't do it. I don't know why. The perspective never looks right. It's freaking weird. And then I see people draw the most beautiful animals I've ever seen in my life on my dash, and I want to steal their knowledge. Furries are so powerful, like, unironically. How the hell do they do that? It's wild. It's wild. I gotta practice. I have so many security breach ruin drawings I want to do. I can't really do them effectively because I don't know how to draw animals. And all the characters are animal. So I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna be forced to learn. Animal. Are my captions picking that up? Hang on. If I say animal, does it just say animal? Oh. Animal. You're missing an N there, Fitz. Hang on. Animal. Animal. Yeah. Animal. Animal. It's really fun to say. I would highly recommend you do it. Animal. Oh yeah, on the topic of animal, hey, everyone should go to my Tumblr, Herschel Chocolate, and scroll 2 posts down and find the Animal Crossing Showdown post for the best KK Slider song, and I need you to vote for Steep Hill. This has been my request. Vote for Steep Hill. It's dying to Bubblegum KK, and I can't let this happen. There cannot be another victim of Bubblegum KK. Honestly though, if it does die, I won't be mad. Like, it's Bubblegum KK. It was gonna get to the finals no matter what. But I am very happy that Steep Hill got this far, because it is my favorite KK Slider song. Bubblegum fucking hell. I am still glad it got this far though, because it's my favorite, and I have never heard anyone talk about it. It's just really good. It's a bop! When I would play New Horizons, I would have a song playing in my funny living room, and it was just like, I genuinely made a living room styled room that would be the opening room of my house, and I could pretend to be normal. And then I had my own bedroom that I put upstairs, and then I would have like all of my favorite little silly things in the bedroom upstairs. And so I would have some sort of normal song playing in the living room. Like, I had Drive-In going at some point. I had like Forest Life. I had the simple, silly, nice ones. And then in my room, I would have some sort of weird banger. And then I started collecting more of the songs, and I just randomly stumbled across Steep Hill, and so I put it in my music player to see what it sounded like, and holy shit. It's so good. It's so good. It has no right to be that good. Like, I think it helped that I had a very cool music player in my room, and depending on the music player you have in your house, it changes the quality of the audio, and mine like really pulled out the bass of the song, and it was so cool. It was so good. It was such a bop. So now it's my favorite KK Slider song, and it made it to like the quarterfinals. Yeah, it does that. So if you have like a record player or something that you're playing music on, it'll sound kind of fuzzy. And if you have like a big stereo playing it, it'll sound like deeper and fuller. So the different kind of music players you use change the quality of the audio. And I had a very nice one. I had a very self-indulgent big stereo in my room because I knew I liked music and I wanted one that played really good music. It's really cool. I love Animal Crossing. Anyway, Steep Hill slaps. Everyone go listen to Steep Hill right now. Everyone vote for Steep Hill in the Animal Crossing Showdown. I'd really appreciate it. It's awesome. I love Animal Crossing. I miss Animal Crossing. I think New Leaf was the only one I played for longer than a year. I never usually make it a full year before I run out of things to do. But man, something about New Leaf just like grabbed my brain and shook it around. It's part of why I'm really, really fast at typing, honestly, because people were always, like, moving around and chatting, and I had long sentences I wanted to say. And people wouldn't sit down and actually listen to you unless you were sending out messages back to back to back to back. And so I learned how to type really fast. 600 hours in New Horizons? Let's see. I think I have about 400. So your mom's more powerful than me. Wild. Yeah, it was more fun to play New Horizons because, like, my entire family had copies. Like, we all bought individual copies. And I think the only thing that kept me going for longer than when I would have stopped on my own was the fact that me and my older brother were trying to naturally catch all of the fish and the bugs. And you have to play for a full year to see all of them because they're all seasonal. Yeah, and then I didn't. I just kind of, I don't know, that was the only thing left I had to do, you know? That and the fact they started coming out with, like, updates that had the events, and it's like, why didn't you just release the game with the events? It was weird. Weird. They cut out an NPC that I really liked too. I forgot who it was. I am not gonna remember who it was. Hang on. Hang on. Let's see. List of Animal Crossing NPCs. Gimme? Oh yeah, the Wi-Fi. Not a list of villagers, you... No! Okay. Special characters. Oh yeah, Brewster wasn't in there at release, and that pissed me off. Why would you do that to him? He's in there now, but... Man. And they cut out all the Gracie Grace stuff. I love that stuff. It was stupid expensive, but it felt really good to be able to actually go buy it. And they looked really cool. Ah. Man. They took out so many guys that I liked. Pelly! Where is she? Where's Pelly and Phyllis? I miss them. And Pete! The mailman... Where are the mailman birds? Where are they? They're gone! I miss them! It's a Y and not an IE. We're close. Oh my god, I miss them so much. I miss the mailman birds. I miss them so much. Yeah, I really liked Brewster. There was it City Folk? I think it was City Folk, where if you talk to him a bunch, he tells you that he collects gyroids, and so if you have a ton of gyroids, you can store them in his cafe, and he'll watch over them for you. Which I really wished that they kept that up, because man, do gyroids take up a lot of storage space if you're trying to collect them. But yeah, I always really liked that, like, whenever you had a new Brewster thing going on, he would have like a wall of gyroids. He just really likes them. He thinks they're silly, funny guys. I love him so much. He was so silly. And they had to come out with an update to put Rover in the game, because how can you make an Animal Crossing game without Rover? And then they just didn't. They took him out. My boy. My boy. And then, yeah, they didn't have gyroids when the game came out too. Like, it came out it feels like it came out incomplete. Whoa. Entranced with Brewster because of the autism for real. Like, yeah, so much stuff from classic Animal Crossing games was completely cut out of New Horizons. And, like, yeah, sure, they made updates that put them back, but, like... Why? Why? People are gonna stop playing before they see the funny things. Case in point, me! Oh my god. He was so quiet and talked slowly, and baby me was like, OMG, I do that. Whoa! Fucking same. And then, now I don't do that. If you couldn't tell from the fact that I can carry on a 3-hour conversation for these streams. I have a lot to say. I have words, and now I don't breathe when I talk. You give me a topic I like, I will just go. I just won't shut up. It's awesome. I love it. I love having thoughts in my brain. I have so much knowledge about things that don't really matter to anyone except me. I got so much information. Oh. Good. You fell into my trap. Now you also care about the things that I care about, because I've given you an impromptu 2-hour essay on all of them. I want to make a video essay so fucking bad. I've been wanting to for like years, because I know I have enough to say. Yeah. It's a lot. I think the only one that I actually have organized thoughts on is the genre of game where your character's going through a death game and how Your Turn to Die and Zero Escape played out those tropes very differently and why I prefer one over the other. But I can't really make that right now because I haven't finished watching a playthrough of everything Your Turn to Die has yet. And I haven't seen all the endings from Zero Escape. And I need to know things. I have a lot of thoughts, but like I want to be able to accurately portray those thoughts, you know? Make a video essay with you? I will. Just, oh man. Unfortunately, I have to have knowledge to back up my claims. Like, I know enough about them that I have so many thoughts. But I want to be able to cite very specific events. And I know most of them secondhand. 'Cause for some reason I follow some people who are super into Your Turn to Die. I have enough knowledge about Zero Escape to be able to talk about it, because I don't think the endings that I missed out on were super important. But I would like to have knowledge on Your Turn to Die, solely because I would be trashing it during the whole video, because I just don't personally like it. And I feel like I have to have, like, cited sources if I'm gonna be going off on tangents like that. It doesn't sound like there was a lot that I missed, but man, I want to see them. Oh my god, I want to see them. I want to see them. I support women's wrongs. And also, I want to know what the fuck is up with Lotus. Because I don't think you get her story unless you go through a specific ending. I think that's what Percy said. I want to know what her deal is. Why is she there? Like, she's the only one that I don't know why she's there. I support women's wrongs. I support women's rights to do whatever the hell they just did. They did not explain that much, but you know things. Now I want to know things. I love knowing things. I love having knowledge in my brain. Ooh, I want to think about it. Yeah, I have a ton of other, like, video essay type things that I'd want to do, but I do think the thoughts in my brain that are the most organized into a video essay format would be Zero Escape versus Your Turn to Die. And, like, I don't think it's fully fair to compare both of them in the way that I'm thinking of, because one of them was made by a studio and one of them is made by, like, 2 people. So, but, like, the fact that it's even a genre of game is just death minigame and everyone dies horribly. Like, what? I can still analyze the themes. I am so pissed that Joe didn't continue on in haunting the narrative. I'm so mad. Because I hate everything to do with his character arc, but he sure is haunting that narrative. Holy shit. He's haunting that thing. Oh. I hate how they kind of handled it in terms of... It's kind of similar to how I feel about most of the plot points in Your Turn to Die. They feel needlessly cruel for no reason other than to make people upset. And like, yeah. I also didn't like the fact that you couldn't just move on. Like, you couldn't come to terms with his death. You had to actively ignore the fact that he ever existed if you wanted to find any closure at all. And I hate that. I hate that. That's your bestie. That's your bestie. Oh my god. I feel like I should give a warning for, like, Your Turn to Die spoilers. I did also just say that Joe dies. Oh my god. Okay, I can understand that the story is a tragedy. There's probably only gonna be, like, 2 or 3 people that survive. Like, I can fully accept that, but it's the way that they handled it that made it feel kind of iffy. Like, made it feel icky. I didn't like it. Like, and that feels, like, super childish, but also just, I didn't like it. I really did not like it. There is one scene that pisses me off, and Willow, you know what this is. There's one scene where there's kids in this game, by the way. That's the one thing that Your Turn to Die does that Zero Escape doesn't, is there are children in here. There's children in there. One of them is canonically autistic. I think he's like 12. And he sees the main character as a big sister. And so, he knows that Joe meant a lot to her. And so after he died, he went over and like took a little like trinket from his pocket, and it was a gift that Sarah had given him. And so this little kid was like, I have something for you, and you have to say no. The smart option is to say no and leave the room immediately. But if you talk to him, he will show you this like little like ceramic animal that Sarah gave Joe, and is like, I found this in his pocket, and I thought it would be nice if you had something to remember him by. And she starts crying, and she's like, oh, like, I gave this to him. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much for thinking to do this for me. I mean, that's lovely. I love this so much. Thank you so much. I really, like, owe you a lot for doing this for me. And then the game punishes you for taking it. Because the way that story arc works is she's now having hallucinations of him. And if you think about him, it gets worse. So taking that little figurine and having that sweet little moment is one of the worst things you can do in that chapter. And that pisses me off so much. Like, oh my god, that would have been so sweet. It would have been so adorable. Like, this little kid is like genuinely looking out for her and tried to do this nice thing for her. And she genuinely was like touched that he would think to do that, and enjoyed having this little piece to remember Joe by. And then the game punishes you for it. What? That one in particular, that one doesn't make any sense. A lot of the times when you make the hallucinations worse, it's when you actively acknowledge that they're there. And that feels like they're just trying to be like, oh, don't pay attention to the delusions, they're not real. You gotta make sure you're staying in reality. That one was just, oh, I forgot I had that layer. She's having a bad time. She's having a bad time, and this kid that really looks up to her has given her something that she, in-game, greatly appreciates. And then the game gets mad at you for doing it. Like, what? That one doesn't make any sense to me. That one makes me mad. That one, I think that's the only one that genuinely makes me mad. The other ones are just like, oh, okay, you're dragging this out for a long time. You want the people to suffer. You want everyone to feel bad for playing your game. Oh, no. That one genuinely upsets me. Like, that's not fair to you or the characters. Like, you have this genuinely touching scene that's really sweet. It develops the characters of both of the people involved. It's lovely. It's great. And then the game is like, fuck you. Hallucinations 30 worse. 30 points of bad hallucinations. It's like, what the hell, man? Like, it ruins it. It genuinely ruins the emotion of that scene, because now you're like, oh, I should go back to my last save and not do that. Because I think it is one of the worst, like, one of the genuine things that you can do to increase hallucinations the most. It is one of the worst things you can do in that chapter. It feels like the creators are making fun of you for caring about their characters. That's exactly it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I actually, genuinely, I do have a point towards that, actually. Killing the sweet, nice, lovely guy right off the bat in Your Turn to Die is very mean But that one kind of makes sense. Like, it's an entire, like, section of the video essay I want to make is comparing the first people to die in both games. Because in Your Turn to Die, the first person to die is the nicest person there. He's genuinely trying to, like, help people. All of the kids that are there love him. He's just a sweet guy. He's just hanging out. And then he gets killed on a fluke. They just mess with the rules of the game, and he just gets killed, as an example. And you just have to sit there and watch it, and everyone is just... It's horrible. It's a horrible, horrible scene. It's really bad. The kid that he was closest to genuinely is traumatized for the entire rest of the game because of this. That's a plot point that comes up a lot, is the fact that she's genuinely, like, she's having a horrible, horrible time after that. Because there was nothing anyone could do. They just had to sit back and watch. The first person to die in Zero Escape is an asshole. He sucks. I wanted him dead. He sucked so bad. And, like, that's all you need, really, to compare these. Your Turn to Die is needlessly cruel for no reason other than they want you to feel bad. Zero Escape has rules. He died because he broke the rules. It's a tutorial on the fact that, yes, you can die in these games, and it's going to be your fault if you do. Your Turn to Die said, I don't know, sometimes you're shit out of luck, and just kills people. That feels like a microcosm of the entire series, just right there. We started feeling bad about the ninth man when he died before we finished the game, because, oh god, maybe he didn't deserve that, and turns out he did deserve that. Yeah, he did That's the thing! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's such a perfect example of these two games. Because, like, you feel bad in both instances of just, oh my god, someone has just died. Because of course you would! Someone has just died. Because you're playing a death game. And people die. Your Turn to Die kind of makes fun of you for going, oh my god, someone has just died. Because, yeah, it's a death game, what did you expect? And then continues to kill people in very cruel ways right in front of you. Zero Escape goes, yeah, people die if you fuck up the puzzles. So don't fuck up the puzzles, idiot. Which is way more fair. Like, it's your fault if people die, but it makes sense that it's your fault. Because, yeah, people only die if you do genuinely fuck up. I mean, even in, like, endings, where very specific people die only in endings, it is still technically your fault because you put them on the track for that ending. It still counts. Zero Escape shows this to you and goes, now how did that make you feel? It's okay that you felt like that. You were meant to feel. Now learn from this. And then Your Turn to Die is like, fuck you. That's, oh my god, that's exactly it. That's exactly why these games just, oh my god. There's such good examples of this too. Like, I don't have a whole lot of experience with the death game genre. I think these are like the only two games I've stuck with long enough to know things about them. But they're just such good parallels of each other. They both do it in such different ways, and I very severely hate one of them, and the other one is probably my favorite experience I've ever had playing a mystery game in my life. And it's fascinating! It's fascinating that you can take that, the exact same concept, in the exact same kind of way, and just have two entirely different reactions to it. It's so cool. I genuinely love it. I love that I hate Your Turn to Die because it just shows me everything that Zero Escape did right. Your Turn to Die pisses you off for all the polar opposite reasons that you love Zero Escape. That's exactly it. It is exactly it. Oh my god, I love media analysis so much, man. Oh my god. Oh my god, I have so many thoughts about it. I have so many thoughts about it. Also, okay. This one is more geared towards, like, the fans of said media and not the actual media, but, I mean, it kind of is, because, how do I put this? People are only thinking this way about the games because that's what the games have told you to expect from them, is people who play Zero Escape are trying to save everybody. They're genuinely trying to get everybody out of there safe and alive. People who like Your Turn to Die will say, oh, when this decision comes up, you should kill this person because the story is more interesting if they're dead. Like, fucking what? Oh my god. Like, they stop seeing them as characters and start seeing them as plot points because the game has told you not to value anyone's life because they could die for no reason at any time. And when I say they could die for no reason, I mean they can die for no reason. There's very specific death mini games where you have to, it's your turn to die. A death game by majority. That's the name of the game. And sometimes people just randomly die before you get to the voting. Like, the entire draw of the game is that you have to pick and choose who dies. You have to vote on who dies. And then sometimes they just randomly kill people. And you have no say in it. When someone dies in Zero Escape, it's awful because you and all the other characters are trying so hard to save everyone. And then you couldn't. And they spend the rest of the game feeling bad. Your turn to die, someone dies, and they go, oh, well, that sucks. Guess we better move on, though. How else are we gonna get out of here? It's like, ah! Zero Escape has a timer. They have 9 hours to escape or everyone dies. And they spent a full hour looking for people who went missing and got lost. The people in Zero Escape care about the other people there. They wasted a whole hour looking for them because they didn't want to leave anyone behind. Your Turn to Die kills a small child and then goes, oh, well, we better move on for her, and then never ever mentions her again unless a character is actively making you feel bad for choosing that she dies. I have so many thoughts about it. Oh my god. Oh my god. It makes me so mad. But also not really, because I don't actually have strong opinions about Your Turn to Die beyond, like, the couple sections that actually feel bad. But, man, they're really mean. Zero Escape is about sticking together, maybe partially because it's not a smart move because you have to get through the game with at least 3 people, but even then everyone's still like, no, do not fucking leave everyone behind. You can't leave them behind. Everyone there is actually trying to be friends and learning who everyone is. The worst ending you can get in Zero Escape happens when you actively ignore the character telling you if you make that choice, some of us will get left behind and they will die. Oh my god. The game wants you to care about them. The game wants you to care about these characters and want to see them safe. It straight up punishes you if you actively choose to leave people behind. That's, oh my god. Your Turn to Die feels like a game where the moral of it is, let's see how bad we can make you feel about your own decisions before you stop playing. Zero Escape feels like the moral is, human life is precious and you need to appreciate the people around you even if you don't fully understand them, because everyone's got their own things going on and you have no clue what it's like to be this person in this situation, no matter how much you hate them, no matter how much you personally dislike them. sometimes you need to just accept that and then continue to be a decent human being that values the actual value of a human life. Your Turn to Die is just like, hey, what if we killed this guy and then made fun of you for trying to save him? Your Turn to Die is great if you're someone who doesn't want to care and just wants to feel fucked up. Zero Escape is great if you want to love life. Oh my god, yeah. I see so many people who are obsessed with Your Turn to Die because it's just... They are fascinated with how much pain they can put you through and have you still want to see how the story ends. So I can respect that there is an audience for this. It's a very particular audience, but there is an audience for it. And it is mostly just personally not my thing. It's not something I really care for, probably because I have a lot of empathy for fictional characters. But at the same time, it still feels needlessly cruel. I did actually, like, I started going off in your DMs about this a couple months ago, Willow, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating a ton of points, but... Oh my god. How do I... Words. Hang on. I genuinely forgot what I was gonna say. Oh my god, it's just gone. Oh, that's right! Oh, that's right. Okay, I got it back. I promise. Okay. I got it. We're fine. So I originally thought that a point against Your Turn to Die was that the game is not finished. It is, I do think it is like 1, maybe 2 people who are making this game. So it does make sense. Every single chapter is longer and more ambitious than the previous one, which is a hole I have fallen into myself a lot. So it does make sense that, like, the game's not finished. They are releasing it in chapters. They want people to experience it. I think it's free to play. You can pay for it on Steam, but it is a browser game as well. You can play it for free because it's not finished yet. And I thought that this was a point against it, because if you're gonna be playing a game where everyone dies and it's bad and it's horrible, but you're still kind of curious about the story and want to play it or see a playthrough of it, one of the first things you would want to know is how many people live, how much can I actually care for these characters before I get in here. Please warn me about, like, how bad this is going to get so you can kind of gauge what kind of response you should be giving the game. So I thought the fact that it wasn't finished was a point against it, because if someone is curious about Zero Escape, you can say, don't worry, there's endings where people die and it's bad and it's terrible, but there's also endings where I'm pretty sure everybody lives. It just kind of depends on, like, how you view the story, how much you're willing to go through it again and again and figure out how to save these people. Like, that's the thing. The end goal is to save these people, and they do give you that if you make the correct decisions and you're willing to sit through the story and everything it has to offer. Which takes a long-ass time, by the way. Especially in the original version of the game, because they do not give you checkpoints. If you want to get a new ending, you have to play the entire game again from the beginning. They talk a lot. But they reward you by sitting through this story and being so dedicated to saving these people. You can genuinely tell someone, yes, everyone is fine, but there are endings where they're not, and those endings are really hard to sit through if you're not ready for them. And that's a fair warning. If someone's interested in Your Turn to Die and they want to know if everyone turns out okay, you can't tell them anything because the game's not finished. You don't know if they're going to be okay. You can't recommend this to someone who's on the fence. You have to be all in if you want to like Your Turn to Die. You have to, like, be dedicated to sitting through potentially a horrible story where nobody makes it out alive. And that is a very particular audience. And I thought this was something against it. And then I realized, no, there's a point towards this actually, which is it forces you to take a break. That's the one thing the chapter breaks and the fact that the game's not done yet does for you, is the chapters are terrible. Everything's going wrong, everyone's dying, everything's bad. And then the game stops and you can't play it more. So it has built-in breaks to keep you from feeling too bad about everything that's happening. And I feel like that is also a major point in its favor. It forces you to step away from it and go, okay, this was really heavy, this was a lot. Meet back here in like a year when the next chapter's up and we can keep going. And I feel like that actually does help. I think that hooked in a lot of people. I think that was how they got people who were on the fence about it to see it. Because if they don't like the story, they can just drop it. It's free to play. There's no more story after this anyway, so if a new chapter comes out and you don't really care, you don't have to see it. But it does give you a break. It does keep you from being too caught up in how terrible everything is by forcing you to step away from it. And I feel like that helps it a lot. It doesn't help me, because I still think the base game is just a bit too much. But I do think that is something that got a lot of people interested in it. I think that's kind of what helped it get off the ground. Was, like, okay, when I get into something, I, like, get obsessed with it, and I want to see all of it as soon as possible, and I want to just, like, do nothing but consume content about this thing that I'm suddenly very interested in. And the best times I have had with new media coming out is when I can't do that. I will not take a break from it, but if I am forced to take a break from it, like I'm watching someone play it and they don't finish the game, I think that's solely it, actually. Like when I was watching Willow stream Zero Escape and when I was watching Night Cove do Ruin, like, you can't sit down and play through these games in one sitting unless you're willing to dedicate like 8 hours to it. It's a whole thing. But I had the best time with media when I was forced to step away from it, because it actually let me think about it and like make theories on it, and it was super fun and cool. And I don't do that myself. I don't do that myself. If I like a game, I will play that game. I would love One Shot. I need to play it so bad. I've been meaning to forever. Because it does that, doesn't it? Like, it has built-in breaks where, like, you can't play the game until a certain amount of time has passed. Like, oh, I need to play it. I would stream it, but I've heard it's also one that fucks with your game files, and I wouldn't be able to stream that part, so I feel like you'd be missing on a huge chunk of the experience if I did try to stream it. Actually, I feel like I could stream that one if I had 2 monitors. If I had 2 monitors, I could just have the game full screen in one screen and then have the files in the other, and if something changes in the files, I could just very quickly, like, put it over the game and show, like, what's going on with that. I feel like that's a point where I'd be able to stream it. But man, I want to play it. I want to play it so bad. It isn't like that because you can just immediately pick the game back up immediately, but if you want to have a great experience, you have to let it force you to take a break. That's awesome. I love that so much. So it's literally just like turn off the game to progress past this point, and you can just immediately turn it back on, but you don't want to? Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. I love it when games do that. That's awesome. I love games. I love video games. I love media analysis so much. Oh, stories. Oh, stories. I love you, stories. You have to turn off the game and you can turn it back on, but if you don't, then Nico only gets a 2-minute nap. Oh no. You can't do that. The little cat guy needs their nap. Oh no. Oh no. See, yeah, now I'd feel bad. Their baby, they need to take a nap. That's such a good way to do that. That's lovely. I want to play that game. I want to play it. God. I really should just, like, force myself to stop playing games sometimes. It just kind of helped with streams. I was forced to stop playing Bad End Theater when I was 100% ready to keep going on it, and it was that point where I was able to, like, stop and think about it that made me realize that the narrator was probably a character. Like, I was just going for it. I was just like, hell yeah, new game, let's go. We're doing the things. We're doing some more things. Oh, there's so many things happening. Let's go. And then I had to turn it off because I ran out of time to stream, and then I was just sitting in my bed at, like, 11 p.m. just wide awake going, wait a second. Wait a fucking second. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I'm connecting the dots in my brain. And it was awesome! Oh, I love that game. Oh, I love that game so much. It was so good. Which, it's kind of funny that I'm talking about how good that is for games, and the thing that got me on this topic was a game that I do not like. I do think it is one of the biggest redeeming qualities of it, though, is I think, I don't remember, does it, like, boot you out to the main menu when you finish a chapter? Like, it's because I'm full of love and have so many good opinions. Whoa, I love talking about stories. Your turn to die. If you finish a chapter, I don't know if it just sends you into the next chapter or if it takes you to the main menu. I'm really hoping it takes you to the main menu. I know it does that if the chapter you just played is the end of the game and there's no more game after that. But if you, like, finish chapter 1 part A, you don't think it did, but the only time you played it you had to end the stream. Okay. I really hope in, like, a full version of this they kick you out to the main menu at the end of every chapter, because I feel like that... Okay, not only would that be something that would help people force themselves to take a break in these games, but I feel like it would also preserve the one thing I have seen people praising the most about this game, is just, I went to go find the main menu theme song on YouTube, because it uses one of the same built-in Audacity loops that was used in the Adventure Zone, which I thought was kind of funny. But it is still a banger. So I went to go see it, and people in the comments were like, this music is ingrained in my brain, because I remember when I finished a chapter, and I just sat at the computer for like 20 minutes in absolute horror of what I have just witnessed, and this music was playing. I am never going to forget this song. So I feel like if you got kicked back to the main menu at the end of a chapter, it would actually preserve the one experience that I have seen people praising the most with this game, is that after chapter experience of just sitting there going, what the hell? What the hell? 'Cause, like, I can appreciate what that would do to you. That would, like, completely rewire your brain with regards to this story. I can appreciate that. That sounds like a fantastic experience if I cared about this game. So being able to preserve that would also be really cool. And also, it's just, I feel like it would just help the mental health of the people watching this game, or like playing this game, or doing anything with this game, to just not feel like they have to jump right into the next part of something. 'Cause, yeah. It's kinda, sometimes, you know? Anyway, Reverie! A reverie for you! Oh, hang on, did that take me an hour? That took me an hour. God damn. That's Reverie! Let me just save the file, save the file, save it, save it, save the image, save it, please. Save as a PNG, thank you. Okay. We did it, gamers! Okay. Next request. We're switching over. Because, yeah. I did promise I'd go back and forth. Even though I don't have, like, half of them anymore. I did promise I'd go back and forth. So, we're doing both. Because otherwise I think the whole stream would just be Patreon requests, and that's not fair because I did promise I'd do mech stuff. But also the next Patreon request is Toons, and that one is so fucking funny! Oh my god. That one's incredible. Oh my god, okay. I forgot what I was talking about now. You know, I spent a lot of time complaining about Your Turn to Die, and I didn't spend as much time talking about how much I love Zero Escape. And I think the problem with that is I genuinely can't talk about how much I love Zero Escape because holy shit, you would have to play that for the love of all that's holy. Please play Zero Escape if you haven't, because oh my god. It was the best experience I've ever had playing a game. Oh my god. The amount of just pure serotonin was incredible. It was awesome. I do have the game. I've been wanting to stream it, but the version I have only works on Windows, and the other option is to do the original DS version. And I've been wanting to do the DS version because the final puzzle is better. But at the same time, I'd have to play through the entire game all the way from the beginning at least twice to get it. And I don't want to do that, man. Also, there's no voice acting in the DS version, and the voice actors... Oh my god. The voice actors for the Steam version are so good. They are so good at what they do. Streaming Zero Escape was probably one of the best experiences of your entire life, and you're not joking. I'm not joking either. Oh my god, Zero Escape was so good. It was so good. I didn't realize what I liked in a mystery until I I watched Willow play Zero Escape, because, like, my favorite part of the whole thing was I don't think there was a single red herring in the whole game. Everything was a clue. Everything someone said to you was important, so I never thought that I was being, like, tricked or bamboozled, or they were trying to lead me down an incorrect path just to mess with me. Every single thing someone says to you means something, and it's awesome. Oh, it's so good. It was so well written. Speaking of the writing, though, they hate women. Just to warn you about that one, they hate women. So heads up about that, because oh my god. Oh my god. They hate women. It is one of the best mysteries I have ever experienced. Like, oh my god. It's so good. It was genuinely one of my favorite experiences with a video game ever. Ever. It was awesome. The women characters are so well written, they just do not stop making jokes about women being demons. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They are so mean to all of the women, which sucks because they're all so cool. They're all so cool. And they're all genuinely well written. Like, what's the Steam one called? It should be just it's a combo of the first two games. Yeah, the Nonary games. Yeah. It's got both of the first two games in it as like one game. And then I think the third one is a separate game, and then you get a different series. Yeah, 999 is the first one, and it's, oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. Game of all time for real. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. And the people who make fan art for it are so smart and cool. They're so smart about how they, oh my god. The amount of times I saw fan art for a scene and went, wait a second. The implications. It was so good. It happened so many times. Oh, the game is so good. Oh, if you are interested in playing Zero Escape or experiencing Zero Escape, I cannot stress this enough. Do not look at the wiki. Don't do it. No matter what you need, no matter what you need to find, no matter what you think you're gonna find, never, ever, ever look at the Zero Escape wiki. This has been a public service announcement. They put spoilers, big text, top of the page, in the Google links. They put spoilers everywhere. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. Here's the funny thing though. I have a funny story about this. So while Willow was playing Zero Escape, I think the topic of like characters' ages came up. The topic of characters' ages came up, and I was like, okay, I can very quickly like skim a wiki page for a character and find this information just really fast. So one of the big things of Zero Escape is that you don't know anybody's names. They all go by code names because they think if you know more about them, then whoever kidnapped you can use that information against you. So they all go by code names. Top of the page of everybody is their full, real first and last name. It is the first information on their pages. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. You would think this would be bad. For anyone in chat who knows anything about Zero Escape, I went to the wiki page for Santa to look up how old he was and saw his first and last name. And I went, oh, those are Japanese words. Cool. And I did not spoil myself for anything because I couldn't immediately understand how it was pronounced by word alone. I saved myself from spoilers by not knowing how to pronounce Japanese very well. Here's the worst part though. I didn't even realize how much I had saved myself until someone said his name in the game. And I went, wait a second, I was on his wiki page. I saw his name. What do you mean that's what it was? I genuinely didn't get it. So, being a fool and a buffoon saves me once again. Oh my god. Like, at that point in the game, too, all of the theories that me and Willow had made were being proved to be 100% correct. And my brain at one half was going a mile a minute of just, oh my god, wait, we were correct. The implications, the story, how are they gonna pull this all together if we're actually right? And the other half of it was going, what do you mean I saw that? What do you mean I saw that and didn't process it? What do you mean I accidentally saw spoilers that 100% confirmed we were right and then didn't know that that was what I was looking at? I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention. Like, I didn't know how you were supposed to pronounce it just reading it. And that saved me. It saved my life. So moral of the story, never go to the Zero Escape wiki, you will die. You will die. And it won't be of fun. It'll be of badness and horror and death and destruction and spoilers for a mystery. It's so bad in there. It's not even just their names though. Holy shit. I was trying to find information on someone. I was trying to find information on someone about something very specific. I think it was Clover. I was trying to there was some sort of fact about her that I misremembered and I wanted to like fact check myself. And so I went on the wiki to, you know, read a basic character bio about, you know, normal information people would come to a wiki to care about. And one of the first things on her page, hey, here's a list of what happens to her in all of the endings. And the first image was an ending we hadn't gotten yet that had horrible implications because I support women's wrongs, but also, oh my god. That was the first information on the page. They didn't even hesitate. Never go on the wiki. Never, ever, ever go on the wiki. Ever. Yeah, Willow, if you're wondering how I found out about that ending before you had even seen it, yeah, no, it's because of the wiki. The wiki is so bad. Do not even look it up to figure out how to get endings. If you play the Steam release, they will show you how to get the endings. You don't even have to worry about it. It is a game mechanic to show you how to get the endings. You are fine. Going the first route completely blind and just picking what you want is totally fine, totally valid, totally intentional to be what your first run is like. Is just follow your heart, get your first ending, and then they will go, okay, by the way, there's more story. Here's where you have to go to make a different decision. And they will show you. You do not have to look up endings. You do not have to look up an ending guide. They will tell you the names and show you pictures of the endings. Do not look up ending guides. The game has a built-in ending guide. You do not need it. Do not go on the wiki. Had people telling you what to do and you streamed it because you wanted to get the true ending ASAP, but I do think it would have been such a good experience to play it going with your heart. Yeah. Oh my god. Going through it completely blind the first time and ending up with something that was just entirely fucked would have been really cool. If you could stream it somewhere someday, man, I still want to stream it somewhere someday. We are holding hands. I think everyone should stream this game so that everyone can experience it, because what the hell? What the hell? What did they just do to me? Man, we're holding hands. I think about it a lot. It is genuinely one of the most well-written games I've ever played in my life. Or seen Willow play. I'm just gonna say played, just in general. You know what I mean. You guys watch me stream video games. We're basically playing it together. That's how this works. Haven't touched Twitch in ages in terms of streaming, unfortunately. But, what if you did it anyway? What if you did it anyway? I would show up. I would be there the entire time. I would not even be doing anything while watching you. I would just be watching you because holy shit, this game is so good. Also, oh my god, Zero Escape is probably your top 5 games ever. Oh my god, yeah, for real. Oh my god. Okay. I keep stopping the drawing because I just, oh my god, I'm trying to like gesture while I talk and you guys can't see that. Okay, so when I say that the voice actors for this game are really good, I don't just mean like, their voices are incredible. Their voices are great. They are pretty much exactly what I would have imagined them to sound like anyway. They deliver their lines really well. It's really good. They're like out here yelling and it doesn't sound like an unpleasant kind of scream in your ears. It just sounds like someone who's pissed. It's got the energy of screaming at you, but they don't actually like get there. It's really well delivered. They're also very well directed. Because I became suspicious of somebody because of how they said one of their lines. If you are paying attention to the way they deliver their lines, you can put pieces together exactly. Just the way they say things sometimes is a clue. They are so well directed. Oh my god. It is probably my favorite example of voice acting in a video game. Not even a question. They are so well directed. It's ridiculous. The fact that the way they say a sentence made me go, huh. It's just so good! Like, what? Who does that? It's awesome. It's so good. Oh my god, it's fantastic. It is one of the best games I have ever played. Oh my god, it's so good. I want to stream it so bad. I do think maybe I would rather do the Steam release version of it, though. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, I would not be able to sit through this game making the exact same choices 4 times to be able to get like the true ending and like go through everything again. And also, I would not be able to match their voice acting. I would not be able to match it at all. Just, oh my god. I think what I would want to do is figure out how people save files for games. And see if I can find a version of Zero Escape that's already on pace for the true ending, because I want to do the final puzzle. They had to change it for obvious reasons. I want to do the final sequence on the DS. It's one of those games where they really took advantage of the fact that you were playing on the DS. They really took advantage of the medium that they were using to tell their story to make the story cooler, and they had to really scale that back when they remade it for Steam, because it doesn't work. It was the DS. So I think I would be willing to play through the entire game again once to have a save file ready to go for the final sequence on the DS. I don't think I would stream that version though. Like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, no, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I would be able to, like, keep up interest in that. Not even for other people, just for myself. I wouldn't want to do that. So I think that is one that's unfortunately gonna have to wait until I get a better computer. Or not even a better computer. Until I have a Windows computer. It can be shitty. I don't care. I just need it to play video games. It doesn't even have to be I would love if it was a better computer. It doesn't have to be. It just has to be not a Mac. That's it. That's all I need, man. It is gonna have to wait until that happens, though, which is kind of a bummer, but oh my god. It'll so be worth it. Holy shit. Oh my god. It's such a good game. It is such a good game. Pick different times to stream so you can watch. I just did. Rain, I just did. This is my first time streaming on a Tuesday because you guys all voted for me to do stuff on a Tuesday. That's not my fault. Fuck off. Hi, we're talking about Zero Escape. It's really good. Oh my god. You guys would actually be able to get first reactions out of me for once if I stream Zero Escape, though, because I have not seen all the endings. I've only seen the true ending and, like, maybe one other one. You didn't vote because you forgot. I'm sorry. Well, you're here now, though, and I've only done one thing. Look at Reverie. Look at Reverie. Look at them. Look at them. I'm madly in love with them. Okay. We're going back to Brian now. Fuck you. You're a baby girl. love the words you say. I love how you just say things sometimes. Oh my god, wait! We had an entire section at the beginning of this stream that was talking about FNAF. Hey, happy birthday, Five Nights at Freddy's! It's the 9th anniversary! Happy birthday, Five Nights at Freddy's! Yeah, it's the... Yeah, happy birthday, Five Nights at Freddy's! It's the 9th anniversary of the release of the first game, yep. You need to get your video essay out. You need to stop people from misinterpreting the game for as long as you can. Oh my god. I wanted to kind of like do something for it, especially since I was really hoping people would pick Friday to be the game streams, because I wanted to do some FNAF fan games, and it's just like FNAF fan game Friday. I like alliteration if you couldn't tell. But also, you want to know something fun about FNAF fan games? You wanna know something fun about FNAF fan games is absolutely none of them do not work on Mac. They don't work on Mac. Absolutely none of them. None of them work on Mac. Not a single one. Not a single one. I can technically get around it though. I do have like my Windows emulator thing, and I played Five Nights at Candy's with it, and there was even like a readme file that said, hey, this game isn't going to work even if you have this Windows emulator that's super popular for Mac. And then I did it and it was fine. It was fine. The main problem with it though is I don't think it grabs everything. Cause I also used it to play Pocket Mirror, and the problem with that is that when I played Pocket Mirror, it didn't grab the theaters. It didn't grab the theater cutscenes. And the problem with Five Nights at Candy's was all the phone calls were just nothing. It did not get the phone calls. So I'm kind of scared to try emulating games that I've never seen before because I wouldn't know if something's missing, you know? Twitch be nice to Rain or die. Actually, not that you bring that up. Oh, we haven't dropped any frames since the beginning! Really? Oh wait, why are my captions so high up? Hang on. That's kind of a weird positioning. Hang on, let me move that down. It's kind of weird. Okay. We good. Anyway, I would love to play some FNAF fan games though. People put a lot of effort into these things, and it shows. It's pretty cool. I would love to play some someday. I have a list. I have a list. It's got some of the really big ones on there, like Joy of Creation. I don't think I would be able to beat it, but I would like to try it. And the only reason I don't think I'd be able to beat it is because of the basement. I would not be able to do the basement. That bit is just bad. Also, the jump scares in that game are really, really loud. Like, you usually see them coming, but they're really loud. Yeah, the basement and the bedroom, I think, are the two levels in that I would not be able to do, which kind of sucks because the bedroom's the first one. I love lists! I love making a list. So Joy Creation is on there because why wouldn't it be? I do have Five Nights at Candy's on there, but in all honesty, I don't think I'd play the second one. Mostly because I replayed it not that long ago, and man, I'm not gonna lie, the game's boring. The game's kind of really boring. So, it's unfortunate, but like, I don't think it does a whole lot for the story and it does do one thing, but it's not like it's super vital. Play mute. I can't exactly do that when the games have audio cues, right? Oh, this is gonna be a bitch. Okay, I'm trying to remember what else is on the list. I already have candies. Let's see. I don't think I would finish it, and it isn't a fan game, but I think just once I would stream FNAF 4. Just once. Because I can't play that game. I think it would be fun. If it was like some sort of like big event I was doing and one of the rewards for it was I'll finally play FNAF 4, I feel like that would be the point where it would happen. Solely because that game freaks me the fuck out. For like very personal fear reasons. It's really fucked up. I played it exactly once. It was on mobile. And, let's see. It was on mobile. I had the demo, which they don't have that on mobile anymore, which kind of sucks. You'd have to pay like $10 for it. And I was like, okay, this is the demo. I'm cozy in bed and I have my phone and the lights are on. This will be fine. This is the only point where I would ever play this game. And then I opened the main menu and it started playing the main menu music and I went, fuck this, no, I can't do this. And then I came back to it a day later like, okay, I'm not gonna be scared by the main menu music. I know what it sounds like. It's a main menu song. I can play the actual game. I checked one door and then muted my volume and then played until I died, and I think it was Bonnie. And then I never touched it again. I hate FNAF 4 so much. So much. Oh, I can't play that one, man. It's so scary. But also, okay, so they are visually horrifying. Like, oh my god. I kind of hate that immediately after that, Scott went for a more, like, sleek design for everybody, because I do think those guys were awesomely designed. Oh my god, they were so cool. I hate looking at them, though. I do hate looking at them. Ironically enough, I do think I would be able to do Night 5 totally fine. But I'd have to play the rest of the game to get there. I only think this solely because I have beaten Help Wanted in its entirety. And one of the Night Terrors levels is Nightmare Fredbear. And yeah, sure, I had my volume almost all the way down, but I had it high enough where I could still hear the footsteps, and I did not fail. I did it perfectly first try. Because I understand how he works and how his mechanics work, to a point where I think I'd be able to play that night. Also, it's the only night where you would be able to tell when you're about to die. The nightmare animatronics look really fucking cool. I just hate them, you know? Like, oh. But yeah, I think I'd be able to do Fredbear. I don't think I'd be able to do the rest of the game. I can only handle games like that if they have a very obvious tell when you are about to die. That was the main thing I hated, was every single time I looked down a hallway, I thought I was making a mistake. I hated that, though. Like, oh my god. It was awful. It was so well designed. I hated it so much. So hey, if I ever do like a subathon or some other weird Twitch event that everyone knows what it means except for me, one of the rewards will probably be I will finally play FNAF 4. And then you guys can make me suffer. FNAF is scary sometimes. It's scary sometimes. I don't really get scared from any of the games anymore except for that one. And it's just because I've never been able to play it. Like, ever. I'd try it though for you guys. And with that out of the way, I have in fact played Five Nights at Candy's 3, which is practically the same thing. And it's solely because there's a tell when you're about to die. You play that game, you fuck up, you know you're about to die. And I take off my headphones. The jump scares in that game are really loud too. I kind of hate that people do that. Like, I'm fine with jump scares. Jump scares are fine. Most of the time. I just hate when they're just loud for no reason other than to be loud. It hurts my ears. I already have bad ears. You don't need to make them worse. It's a whole thing. Anyway, the jump scares in that one are loud. I'm trying to remember some of the other fan games that I had on my list. I did want to at least try all of the games that were going to be in the Fanverse thing, so like Pop Goes and Flumpties, I'd be willing to try them out. You hate ambience so much. Why are you making me anxious? I'll just mute you. Honestly, yeah, the ambience in FNAF 4 is really good at freaking you out, and that's exactly why I hate it, and it's also why I love it, because it's so good at what it does, but what it does is make me deeply uncomfortable. God, yeah. But yeah, I wanted to try, at least once, the fan games that were gonna be in the Fanverse thing. But unfortunately that does include Pop Goes. And I've seen people play Pop Goes and I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It's... I don't know, the mechanics don't really make sense to me. The story doesn't really make sense to me. I'd be willing to give it a shot, but... One of the only places in Subnautica that truly scares you is the blood kelp zone, even when you know you're safe, because the spooky music. I've never played Subnautica. Can you send me the spooky music so I can get spooked, please? Thank you. Thank you, I love you. I also think, like, okay, I just said, I keep like restarting this thought. I just said I was kind of hesitant to play Pop Goes. And, like, I know the developer for Flumpties is kind of an asshole. I don't know exactly what he did, but I know everyone's like, oh, I want Markiplier to play it, but I can understand if he's hesitant because of the controversy. And, like, no one ever actually says what the controversy is. I didn't even know that, like, Mando Pony had done anything until I started the FNAF music tournament because nobody actually talks about what the controversy is. They just say this guy's kind of iffy and then leave it at that. Which is kind of infuriating. I'd be down to play it solely because I think the third game fucks. I would want to try it. As much as I just personally don't like the guy, whether there's controversy or not, he went off on that third game. I would want to try it. I'd have to play the other two first, though. But, I mean, it is only, like, one game mode. So, I might be able to do the first and the second one in one stream. Probably. Maybe. Possibly. Who knows? You play so many games mute because you listen to the music and if you hate it, you're just muting it? What? How do you live like this? I mean, I know how you live like this. You just explained it to me, but also, what the fuck? I love video game music so much even if I hate it. Because it's video game music and I like music and I like video games. And that's it. That's my only reasoning. Like, the music in Pathologic, like, really gets on your nerves after a while. Because man, I'm so stressed all the time. And now you're giving me weird music. And... I don't mute it. They're trying to establish a mood. I want them to be able to do that. The flavor of autism if you hate the sound you want it to die. That's fair. Actually, that's fair. You know what? I can respect that. You're valid again, Rain. I love you. I say that as if at any point in time you weren't valid. No, you've always been. Oh. Oh, okay. You missed the last 2 minutes of stream because you were listening to the spooky Subnautica music? Water. Willow, you're so valid. I'm so glad you love the fish. Podcasts. I have never been able to regularly listen to podcasts unless it was the Magnus Archives. It's the one and only time I've ever— oh, and the Adventure Zone, but I only ever listened to the first one, Balance. And then I stopped. I've got a bad track record with podcasts. Maybe I should find a game that I want to mute so I can just play a game and listen to podcasts. That sounds lovely, actually. You mute Wizard 101? Boo, I thought that's the funny wizard game. That's not a good angle, but I'm not redoing it because this is all gonna be silhouette, fuck you. Or mostly silhouette. You know what? That's fair. You're all being so fair and valid in my chat right now. I think my big problem with, like, finding a game that I can just easily mute and do other things to is, I don't play video games. The streams that I do are, like, the only time I will play a video game. And that's solely why I started streaming, was so I could play some video games. It's because I know that if I like a video game, I will be absolutely obsessed with it and not want to put it down. And I can't do that. I've got work I gotta do. I've got animations I gotta make. I've gotta draw the silly guys. I gotta draw the sillies. I don't have the time to open up Tabletop Simulator and spend 4 hours putting together a jigsaw puzzle. I just don't do it. I want to, but I don't. Which is why I really like the streams, because you guys are forcing me to play video games. I appreciate it. My dad hasn't played a video game since he was a kid for the same reason. It's a problem. It's a problem. It's why I'm kind of jealous of people who can, like, make money off of Twitch, because, like, man, I'd love to do that. Can you imagine if I could just draw silly guys and play silly games and actually make money off of it? That'd be awesome. That'd be great. I would love that, actually. I want to just take a break from stuff for a while. If you make a silly request for a game you want to see me play because it's short, go for it. I would love a silly game. If I can get, what was I at? Like 33? If I can get 17 more people to follow me, then you can give me money for playing a silly game. Willow, I know this and I love you. But also, you can't make me cry on stream, that's illegal. It would send you all to jail. You can do anything you want. I mean, true. But also, I can also do anything I want. And I can potentially, take away the funny sword you have next to your name. And then where will you be? Somewhere without a sword. Oh my god. The murder of Sonic the Hedgehog! Whoa, I forgot you had an actual sword! Oh shit, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, I take it back. Also, I would love to play Murder Sonic the Hedgehog. I would love to kill him. It's free? Whoa. I thought it was money. Goddamn. I would love to kill Sonic the Hedgehog. I was there when Willow got the sword. I just forgot that they had a sword. You played Murder Sonic the Hedgehog, and as someone who doesn't know shit about Sonic, it's still really fun. I'd be down to play it. When you say it's a short game, about how short are we talking? So I would love to. I also don't know how long I'll be doing Crypt of the Necrodancer. You played in like 2 hours? I streamed for 2 hours! Whoa! I'd be down to play it, yeah. If you could put that in the like game suggestions, stream whatever it's called, channel in my Discord so I don't forget, that would be lovely. And I love you, thank you. I love drawing like these cowboys as if I have any clue how I actually want them to look. I don't know what their designs are gonna be. I've never drawn a cowboy before. Kicking your legs like a schoolgirl. Whoa, me too. Well, I can't because then my lines would be too shaky, but I'm doing it in spirit, I promise. Ugh. 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 No, stop. Stop it. Let me draw a relatively straight line, please. I'm begging you, please. Please, please, please. Please? Asking so sweetly, so cute. Give me a line I'm happy with, for the love of God. I will take it. I don't care anymore, we'll take it. I think like, what's a FNAF fan game that I've heard was good? Oh, Juniors. I heard that one fucks. I would want to play that one just solely because it's a mystery game. I've infected you with the Bifrost Incident brain rot. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Oh, best sentence you could have ever said to me. I love you. Oh my god. Woo! I'm doing it. I'm spreading the propaganda of you should listen to the Bifrost Incident now. Yes. This was it. This was my final plan. You need to listen to it. It's only like an hour, I promise. Oh my god, it's an hour that has changed me permanently as a person. Oh my god. It's rare to me because your mom doesn't like to listen to you ramble. Honestly, same. It does not feel like an hour. It feels like my entire life. Oh my god. It's so good. It's so good. It's so fucking good. It's so good. I think about it forever and ever. I think about it all the time. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're in my brain constantly. I wrote a fucking 100,000 words about how much they are in my brain constantly. I would sure hope that I'm spreading the knowledge of how good it is. Oh my god. It's so good. It's so fucking good. It's so good. I'm doing it. I'm making people listen to. I'm winning the autism. I'm winning. I'm getting a good grade? Whoa! Wow! I love having a good grade. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Oh, fuck. God, I love thinking about it, though. That's something I gotta do tomorrow. I gotta get the first update for Just Right of an Evening out. Maybe not out, but at least drawn. Because I don't know what time I'd be wanting to post them. But oh man, I have been constantly thinking about it for so long. There's probably a 4-page comic you'll be drawing your versions of the guys. I love haunting you with images. Please show me the images you have been haunted by when you're done. 'Cause I'm gonna cry. Gonna cry forever and ever and ever. Oh, this is gonna be hell. Hang on. Yep. Oh my god. Nope. I gotta do that later. I'll come back to that. Please ping me. Please act like genuinely. Please let me know the second you're done. I want to see it. This is not me joking around. I want to see it so bad. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot about a line. Hang on. Yippee! Please let me know when you are done. Okay, my brain is starting to shut down. So I think I've been going for an hour and a half. Maybe hour 45. That's usually when it tends to happen on art streams. It's 5? What? Oh, I was supposed to be done by now. Oh. That sucks. Oh wait, I put the color bubbles over here. God damn. Well, sad. Sad while there's other streams. Actually, if Toon is still here, I can ask you guys, would you want me to save finishing your Patreon requests until I can do another art stream so you can see it? Or should I just try to get them done and out? Because I do have both of your guys' sketched. I started at 3, so 2 hours ago. I usually do 2-hour streams, so I am technically supposed to be done. But I only did 2 things. I had the cutest Raffaella I wanted to do. Man. This is bullshit. This is mean. So mean to me. I can't even listen to the synth beats to relax and game to. So mean to me personally. The next art stream would just be next Tuesday. I'm just doing them on Tuesdays now. Unless I'm at like a particularly interesting point of a game and I can't like not know what happens. Art streams are just gonna be on Tuesdays now. They're just all gonna be art streams. I like hanging out and talking. And also, in order to get Twitch affiliate, I need to stream at least 7 times a month, and that's at least twice a week if I only miss one. So, woo! I'm gonna be gone for almost 2 weeks. You wouldn't be able to make it. Oh, you want to see yours anyway? I got the sketch up. You want to see it? Because I have it. I got you a silly guy. I love drawing this guy, by the way. He's simply so shaped. So shaped. And then I also have Toons, and it's spaced like this for a reason. You're gonna have to trust me on this one. I'd consider just doing this one anyway, because it's small enough, but I know I'm gonna put way more effort into it than I need to because it's my call and he takes fucking forever to draw. But for my own sanity, I may have to wait on that one. He takes fucking forever to draw, man. He's got so many details. How am I gonna draw him 87 times for the comic? My call. Sorry, I keep changing how I pronounce his name because I hate him and his name sucks. It used to be me call, and then I was like, that sounds stupid. So I changed it to my call. So it's like Michael if you said it weird. That was my thought process. His name's just Michael, but he pronounces it funny because he's a dick. enjoy this Magico lore. Honestly, you have not been pronouncing it wrong, because I was pronouncing it wrong for ages. Everyone's been pronouncing it wrong, even me. You're fine. You're literally fine. It took me like a year to figure out how I actually wanted to pronounce his name. You're fine. You cannot pronounce it right because his name doesn't exist. This is the one exception to you not being able to pronounce things. It's just, you can't pronounce this one. V-oral. It's V-oral. And you can't tell me otherwise. It's V-oral. Shut up. You pronounce it V-oral. Vi-oral? No. No. You can't make me do that. You can't make me. I won't do it. I won't. I refuse. I refuse. He does not deserve me pronouncing his name correctly anyway. Amadeo. It's Amadeo. I've been calling him this for so long. It's Amadeo. To me it is. In my heart, I know. Amadeo? No. Fuck you. You can't make me. It's Amadeo. I'm gonna get it wrong on purpose now. I hope you enjoy what you've done. Maybe I should make them orange. They're cowboys. They should be orange. See, the cure for pronouncing things incorrectly all the time is just to refuse to change it when you learn how to pronounce it correctly. I have dug a hole, and I'm gonna die in it. Yeah, they're cowboys. They get to be orange. Oh, shit. I should not have done that. Hang on. There we go. You found out you've been pronouncing something wrong and you explode? Die then, I guess. Also, I don't fucking know what the space station looks like. You can't make me study it. I'm just putting colors in here. I want to make so many Hanging Over Camelot jokes, and I can't do it because I don't know what anything looks like, and it's the one that I don't have images in my brain for. So I guess I can't. Yeah, blue. I don't think the sky would actually be blue here, but I need the color contrast so bad, man. Anyway, I can't actually save this one because I can't do his fucking face when stream is lagging, but I can still save it. Just not as a PNG yet. Not yet. Meko? Michael? What? Mako? Mako? Well, you got the call part right at least. That's something. Oh, also, this was Rafaela. Because I love her. And someone requested, like, the cutest expression for her ever. I love her. Miko. Miko. It used to be Miko. And now it's not. Now it's Michael. I cannot wait to make Whisper Court and then just see everyone explode about how to pronounce his name. It's awesome. Cause like that's his main like character motivation, as well as he wants people to know him. He wants people to remember him. And do you know how funny it is that people can't agree on how his name is pronounced? It's awesome. No, Rain, you are promoting the themes and motifs of the story. Please do not stop mispronouncing his name. I love you. It works. It genuinely does. Please continue saying his name wrong. You gotta go? Well, so do I. It's 5. I gotta go as well. Oh god, my captions aren't fitting in the box? Captions, please? Don't do that. Oh wait, is that... Why is it getting cut off like that? Hang on. Hang on. Let me... Has it been doing that this whole time? What? One time my captions froze like halfway through an art stream and no one told me. I am in caption hell. I'm also in I can't hear any audio hell. I gotta completely reinstall my multi-output device. And that sucked. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that it was terrible doing it the first time. So, I'm not gonna fix it today. Although I do have to get it fixed before Friday because we're doing Crypt of the Necrodancer on Friday. That's a problem for future me. So, thank you guys for coming. I'm probably gonna finish the other things I had here before I post these. And then, yeah. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do the Patreon requests. I might not save those. Just because I don't want to have to make you guys wait a whole week. Congrats, Willow. You got your Patreon request done on this stream because I love you. I won't die. I will hydrate. I haven't hydrated the whole stream, but I will in the future. So yeah, Friday, I believe the time slot is still 4 to 6. Is gonna be Crypt of the Necrodancer. And then more art. I'm not actually sure what I'll be doing or drawing. I guess I got a week to figure it out. I might do the Patreon animation. I could probably just line a ton of frames and then color all of them. That would be fun, mindless stuff to do. Hopefully I'll have audio by then, because there's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to play Crypt of the Necrodancer if I can't hear any desktop audio. I will die. Badly. Anyway, thanks for coming. Hopefully you can make it next time. Bye!